Welcome back. In our last video, we talked about negativity bias and availability bias and how those interact with algorithms to create this feedback loop. We're going to go a little deeper into the same topic, exploring something called prime information and why the way we learn from other people online has shifted dramatically and often dysfunctionally because of algorithms. But I want to start with a moment for us all to remember something beautiful and true. We evolved to be cooperative. We evolved to be pro-social, to help each other. For most of human history, our survival depended on social learning, watching, imitating, sharing knowledge with those around us. It's how we learn to find food and make tools and solve problems together, telling stories around the fire. So we're going to talk about what happens when our ancient instincts for social learning get filtered through our digital world. I know this is obvious, but reminder, our brains did not evolve in a world of TikTok and Twitter and YouTube. Yet, these platforms are now where much of our social learning happens. And algorithms play a huge role in both what we see and how we learn. The research I'm describing here comes from William Brady at Northwestern University, talking about prime information. So prime, PR for prestigious. We tend to pay more attention to people with status or influence. I, ingroup. We prioritize information that supports our ingroup or identity. M for moralized. We fixate on content with moral or ethical stakes. And E for emotional. We're drawn to what stirs us up emotionally, especially outrage. And these are not flaws on our part. This evolved to promote adaptive behavior, cooperation, safety, and community building. But in today's environment, they're overstimulated and exploited. And these biases have become maladaptive because our information ecosystem is oversaturated with prime content that is not representative of reality. So, algorithms, not neutral, engineered to maximize engagement. I've said it a lot of times. So this means they prefer content from prestigious sources, things that are related to and confirming our in-group identity, moralized, especially when it's framed as good versus evil. We love to look out at the world through that lens. If you look at media, great epic tales, there's always the ongoing theme of good versus evil. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's wired into us. And yet, when that gets amplified and overrepresented, it becomes confusing. As algorithms amplify prime information, prestigious, in-group, moralized, emotional, the result is that we see more of that content and then we learn from it. So we learn, okay, this is the kind of content that works. And even if that learning isn't happening consciously, we begin to replicate and amplify the type of content we're seeing because we're social beings. And this creates a feedback loop. So the more prime content we see, the more we post it and interact with it. And then the more the algorithm rewards us for it. And so the more we see, right? And this goes on and on. And studies have shown that when people observe other people posting about moral outrage, they are more likely to post it themselves. This is algorithm-mediated social learning. And in this system, there is an incredible functional misalignment, and this gets to the core issue. So the original functions of human social learning were for cooperation, shared understanding, collective problem solving. Those original goals of cooperation are now misaligned with the goals of content algorithms. So instead of supporting healthy communities, they inflate our beliefs about how common moral outrage actually is. They promote political polarization, and not just political polarization, but polarization of all types. the kind of us versus them mentality around different issues. And they accelerate the spread of misinformation because the information environment is engineered to hijack our most deeply ingrained learning instincts. And again, there are things we can do about this. So begin noticing, who are you learning from online? What kinds of posts do you feel drawn to sharing? How often do you see moralized, emotional, in-group content? Just begin noticing. Again, we're cultivating that skill, continuing that cultivation of the skill of noticing. And you can ask yourself, is this information true? Do I know this is true, or is this just triggering? Is this helping build something, a movement, something action-oriented, or is it only sparking outrage? Are you reacting or responding? And third, you can speak up and build better norms. Use your own platform to amplify truth and care. Reward the kind of behavior online that you want to see more of. You see somebody posting something nuanced and careful and interesting, like it, repost it, share that stuff. And support creators and platforms that are experimenting with healthier types of content. Remember, the cooperative functions of human social learning and the engagement maximizing functions of content algorithms are misaligned. This means discernment is everything. And so is imagination. We can build better systems. And we can start small by changing what we reward, amplify, and engage with. In our next video, we'll explore the concept of automated decision systems and how more and more decisions about our lives are being made by machines. For now, I invite you to reflect on the prime information present in your own feed. And then when you're out in the real physical world, really pay attention, notice the difference. When you're in the real world, is it all prestigious, in-group, moralized, emotional stuff all around you when you're out in reality? I doubt it. I believe you will begin to notice the difference between the content you're seeing online and the real world right in front of your face. You are not powerless in this system. You are a student and a teacher, and I thank you for sharing your time and attention with me.